we have some new video from the arrest of former Trump official Jeffrey Clark. So last month, the FBI raided him in relation to the January 6th insurrection. In that June 23rd raid, officers had seized Clark's electronics after, of course, knocking on the door and basically catching him in his underwear. Now, the search was confirmed by Clark's current employer, who would send a written message that agents let a pajama-clad Clark out of his house in suburban Virginia in the early morning and took all of his electronic devices. Clark, later on, after the raid, went on to talk to Tucker Carlson about this, and I want to show you what he had said back then, and then we're going to contrast it with the video. Take a look.
This is an almost, this is a Soviet account, really. So tell us what happened and why.
I opened the door and asked for the courtesy to be able to put some pants on and was told, no, you got to come outside. So I came outside. They swept the house. Eventually, they let me go back inside and put the pants on. But then, by my count at one point, 12 agents and 2 Fairfax County police officers went into my house, searched it for 3.5 hours, and they took all of the electronics from my house. I just think we're living in a era that I don't recognize, and increasingly, Tucker, I don't recognize the country anymore with these kinds of Stasi-like things happening.
I don't recognize the country with Stasi-like things happening. Okay, well, so now Stasi was, of course, the German secret police under the communist East Germany, and so wow, scary, right? Tucker Carlson saying it's Soviet. So now I'm going to show you video here. This is officer body camera footage from that raid. Take a look.
Hey, Mr. Clark.
Yes.
How are you? Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Anya Whitney. I'm a special agent with DOJ OIG. You can just turn that off for me. Can you step outside with me? We've got a search warrant, and we need to speak to you. Can I get you to step outside for me?
Can I call my lawyer?
Sure. Come on outside and do it.
Yeah. Let's step outside. And
Just real quick, we got to clear the house, make sure it's safe. Is your wife home?
No, nobody's home.
Okay, so no one is there?
You can absolutely call your lawyer. If we go ahead and step outside with me real quick.
Okay.
And then
We'll put you over here behind your car so no one will see you.
Yeah. Go ahead and step on out here for
Come on
me.
this way.
Can I put pants on first?
Sir, we got to clear the house.
We're going to clear the house,
make sure
and as soon as
it's
we
safe.
clear
Come
the house, we'll get you talking to your lawyer, and we'll get some pants on, okay?
Can I open the garage and stand in the garage?
It's a search warrant.
It's a search warrant, so just come on right over here for me, please.
Stand behind the cars, then we'll see you.
There's no reason.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Stasi. What a horrifying raid. Oh my God, the violence. Everybody, I hope you had averted your eyes. I should have given you a warning with just all this horrible violence that was going on against Jeffrey Clark. Really? Again, that's what Jeffrey Clark considered to be a violent Stasi raid. The kindest raid I have ever seen. But this shows you how right-wingers will cry about anything. They'll compare it to real oppression, because there are people in this country that deal with real oppression. But this guy thinks, oh my God, I can't believe I don't even have pants on. What are you doing? I should be able to go back and get pants. But how dare you raid my house? What are you doing? You're going to take my electronics? You're asking me to come outside? What is this? This must be what real oppression is. No, it's not, jackass. Again, crying about everything. Now, you might be wondering, okay, look, why not at least let the guy get his pants? Well, considering how it's a search warrant, do you really want to give the guy a chance to destroy evidence? Because again, that's what they were looking for, okay? Look at that. My laptop's just somehow flew out the window by itself. I don't know what happened. My iPhone just got flushed down the toilet. Oops. Oh, I don't know what happened. Oh. No, again, you don't want to let them have a chance to go and destroy evidence. That's why they go in a surprise raid. And again, it's not even a raid. It was somebody knocking at your door saying, hey, we're going to have to sweep the house. We're looking for evidence. We're looking for electronics. And, to try to get some documentation. What I saw right there is respectful agents doing their jobs. And you know why they're respectful? It's because this guy's rich. This guy is rich and has power. And so, of course, the police, of course, federal agents are going to be very, very soft in their response, soft in how they treat this guy. Because, again, he does have power, right? Or had power and is again, very wealthy. And so, yet, this guy thinks that response, that so-called raid, is comparable to being raided by the German communist secret police. Are you kidding me? Give me a goddamn break. But again, it's the entitlement, right? I'm rich. How can you do this to me? You don't do this to me. You do this to poor people. That's what you do. Again, you think they'd let like Cletus get a pair of pants if they raid his trailer for meth? No, that's not going to happen. But again, these people, they cry and cry and cry because they're right-wingers and that's all they do. They're the biggest babies in this country. Honestly, they can't stop crying and claiming oppression. But they're not oppressed. Now, one more thing here. And this is going back to Tucker Carlson for a minute, right? And this is where it gets dark, of course. At the end of that interview with Jeffrey Clark, Tucker Carlson says this. He says, quote, "This is Stalinist," once again, evoking communism, right? Doing some red baiting because, of course, that works. And at some point, someone is going to fight back and it's going to get super ugly. He then says, "I pray that it doesn't happen, but I think it probably will." Oh. Now, again, super dangerous rhetoric from Tucker Carlson. Making people believe that all of this, for one, that entire segment was, DOJ, political, being controlled by the Biden administration to be super, super political. Really? We just have, found possible evidence that the IRS director that was appointed by Trump used his office to target James Comey and Andrew McCabe, as well as Michael Cohen, for very intensive, deep audits. Ironically, of course, Trump claims that he couldn't hand over his taxes because he was under audit for the last 8 years. Sure. Again, super dangerous. Trying to intimate that this is all the Democrat secret police and that someone somewhere has to fight back. Well, I mean, they're going to, and I pray it doesn't happen. That's the plausible deniability. All right. I think he's probably doing a little dog whistle to his followers, saying, well, somebody's going to fight back. Is it going to be you? You going to fight back? Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting and super scary.